Hello everyone, Brother Yubby here, and welcome to the UNL Week 1 against my friend Lunar. And your Amherst Excelgors are looking to make a fresh start, a very good start, in a very good new league with a bunch of people that I have a lot of respect for and a lot of people that are very good at battling. So, if you didn't see our initial draft recap, I encourage you to go check that out. But this match, basically the biggest threats on Lunar's team are the Blacephalon, the Komodo, and Suicune. It's very difficult to prep for all of them, but I think I did a good job. So immediately, I have nothing for Blacephalon whatsoever that can at least continuously come in on it. So I need to figure out early on if it's Scarf, if it's Z-Move, if it's Substitute, if it's Flame Charge, any of those. I need to figure it out very quickly so that I know how to beat it. So if he is not Substitute, Mawile takes it out with a Sucker Punch. If it is Scarf, I can sack something off and always go into my Persian or my Keldeo. If it's not Scarf, Persian can beat it. It OHKOs it 100% of the time with Foul Play, regardless of his investment. So, the team that I'm bringing is a Mega Mawile, Intimidate as its normal ability, and it will have huge power as soon as it Mega Evolves. Incredibly strong, a lot of HP, max attack, adamant, 4 speed in order to make sure that I outspeed a Vileplume. He has Vileplume. I hate Vileplume, and I think it's coming because it has a good matchup. So, then I have a Pixie Plate, Defog, Encore, Dazzling Gleam, and Energy Ball Whimsicott. I have Dazzling Gleam over Moonblast because of Komodo. If he brings Bulletproof, Moonblast is blocked. I am bringing a Dark AMZ, a Alolan Persian with Parting Shot, Foul Play, Taunt, and Toxic. It outspeeds the entirety of his team, barring Jolteon, and it can have a lot of fun in this match. Keldeo, I'm bringing a Sub-Calm Mind Keldeo. It does a lot of work against his team. It's very nice, and I really like it as a breaker because this can 1v1 a Calm Mind Suicune, and if he does not have Roar on his Suicune, this has a good chance to just sweep through his team. I'm bringing a Rocky Helmet Zapdos. This is in order to take on not only a physical Blacephalon, but the Komodo. I also will have a chance to static paralyze things, and there may have been one or two other threats that he had on the physical side that I had my Zapdos for. And last is a Life Orb Speed Boost Yanmega. Does a lot of work, puts a lot of pressure on his team, and can really be a solid breaker or sweeper at the end. So we'll jump right into the match. You see he has brought Fortress, the Vileplume, which hate Vileplume. I've faced Vileplume a few times in League, and it's always annoying, and I always under-prep for it, which is the same in this match. He has Suicune, Blacephalon, Jolteon, and Komodo, so basically everything I was afraid for. So, we'll jump right into this match. I will turn the music off, and we will play. I lead off with my Persian. I can Parting Shot on anything. I know I can take anything from the Jolteon, so we find out he's Life Orb Jolteon, which is nice. And I just Parting Shot right out of there, perfectly fine, no big deal. And I get to go right into my Zapdos. Zapdos does really well right here. He goes into his Vileplume. Hate Vileplume. Go for a U-turn. Giving me a lot of momentum right now. I go into my Yanmega. This basically, I can Air Slash, I can Bug Buzz, I can do whatever I want. Air Slash does 29% to the Suicune. He's very specially bulky, pretty much max Spadef. And I can just Giga Drain there, to kind of see what he wants to go for. He goes for a Toxic, which is just going to be wearing down my Yanmega, and this is a roll to whether it kills or not. So he is protecting, which is just great. So he is Toxic Protect on his Suicune, and now I don't kill it with another Giga Drain. But I go for it anyway, just to kind of see if he has Rest, and he does. So he is a very frustrating set. But this means the Keldeo can set up on it, which is very, very nice. So go right into Keldeo as he goes into his Fortress. So I don't think he really wants to do much, stay in there. So I set up a sub. Perfectly fine. I get my leftovers, and I can start setting up Calm Minds. First Calm Mind goes off. He goes into his Jolteon. If he double Thunderbolts, it's a problem, so I Sacred Sword here to make sure he can't really do much to me, and Vileplume takes 25%. So here's where I start misplaying. I start going for substitutes when his Giga Drain breaks them. I should have kept calm minding. Once I got to +3, Vileplume couldn't break my subs, and then I could have subbed up. But he's going to make a very good play here. He knows I'm going to +3, and he goes into his Jolteon. And this forces me to switch out, because he can kill me from here. Life Orb Thunderbolt kills me. So I go into my Whimsicott, perfectly fine. I actually would have lived a Volt Switch with my Keldeo, but not a big deal. And I switch out. I go into my Mawile. Mawile can do a lot to this Vileplume. And I made sure if he's max defense and doesn't have any speed, I outspeed it. And right now you're seeing he's getting a lot of momentum and he's playing very well. Here I just drew up. I could take anything from the Jolteon and I kind of wanted to wear it down due to its Life Orb. I go for a Heat Wave on the Vileplume as he doubles into his Blacephalon and he tricks me his Choice Scarf. So he was Choice Scarf, now he's Rocky Helmet as I U-turn and take some Rocky Helmet damage, which is really funny. But I can go into my Persian and my Persian guarantees to outspeed it. And Foul Play is a 2 KO on the Jolteon. I switch out into Whimsicott because he kills me with anything, and my Whimsicott's down pretty low. So I now go and just Dazzling Gleam it. 2 Dazzling Gleams on the Blacephalon. Nothing he can really do to take me out or beat me. I just go right back into my Persian. I'm fine with letting Whimsicott go down. It wasn't going to do anything this match. I get a Foul Play off on the Komodo, and he doubles into his Suicune. As I Parting Shot, I had no reason not to Parting Shot there, which is really nice. And I can go right into my Keldeo because I know that the Suicune cannot do anything to my Keldeo. I actually expected him to go into his Vileplume there, which is why I Secret Sorted. I just kind of wanted to get some damage off on it. But since he's going to be staying in, I might as well set up a sub and start getting some leftovers recovery on that and see what he wants to do. He goes into his Vileplume as I misplay more and keep going for Calm Minds when I really shouldn't be. I finally go for Scald and I start to try to fish for some Scald Burns. Spoiler, I get 0 Scald Burns this entire match, which is just awful. But it is what it is. I can now go into my Zapdos. Zapdos can do a decent amount to this with a Heat Wave, but it's not enough. And he Toxics me, which is not really that big of a deal since I'm Scarfed now. So he knows I'm Scarfed into Heat Wave. I'm just going to keep Heat Waving. If the Vileplume decided to stay in, I wanted to get the damage off on it. Kamo gives me Mawile. He can't do anything to me. He starts Dragon Dancing. He's just at +1 speed. I double into my Zapdos. I fully expected him to switch out there into his Vileplume, but he didn't. So I now U-turn back into my Mawile, get another Intimidate drop on him as he sets up another Dragon Dance. He's now at +2 speed, but now I'm just staying in. He can Drain Punch me. It's not going to do very much, and Play Rough is going to obliterate it. It killed like 3 Komodos, so I'm good there. Blacephalon comes in, Sucker Punch it. We're good. Since he was Scarf, he's not going to have a setup move or anything like that. Fortress comes in. I wish I had Fire Fan. I don't. I can just knock off. Get rid of its Figgy Berry. It's not going to do much. Crit. Whatever. Go into my Zapdos as he Volt Switches. He's going right into his Jolteon, and I'm Scarf. I outspeed it. So I go for, I believe, a Heat Wave. Nope, I go for a U-turn. I think U-turn would have taken out the Jolteon at that point. I go into Persian. Persian can taunt. It can Foul Play. I can do a lot with my Persian right here. So I taunt it. I know I can take 1 Scald as long as he does not burn me. So we will see right here. I take a Scald, and I have enough investment to take it with the burn. So he gets the burn, but this is a very nice Z Parting Shot now. So I'm good with that. And I can now bring back my Mawile from basically the dead and back to full health, which is really nice. 2 Player Offs will kill this Fortress, and there's not much he can do to me. He does 8% with a Volt Switch as he goes into his Suicune. I do not want to take a Scald because I'm very afraid of Scald Burn, so I will go into my Persian. Sack off my Persian, which gives me Keldeo. And here's where I kind of see how the end is going to play out, and I need to get the damage off on this Vileplume. Make sure it's low enough to where Mawile can beat it, because Mawile can win this match, as long as I can keep Keldeo alive. So, I fish for more Scald Burns, don't get a Scald Burn. I'm back to where I started at with Keldeo's health. I go into Zapdos to sack it off, and this gives me Yanmega. Yanmega always scares up the Vileplume, and this will just kind of see the end of this match here, as Yanmega gets an Air Slash kill on the Fortress. +1 speed. He's going to now bring in his Suicune, which can beat my Mega, I go into Keldeo on his Protect, which is perfectly fine. This can give me a sub, it can give me a Calm Mind. I double into my Mega, expecting the Vileplume, which now gives Mega kind of new life. I believe I Giga Drain here. Yep, I expected the Suicune to come in. He sacks off his Jolteon, which is perfectly fine with me. And we see Mega gets Speed Boost. Suicune comes in. I think I just sack off my Mega here. I do not. I go into Keldeo because don't care. I do not get spurned there, which is very nice. And I set up a sub. I start getting health back. And here's where things kind of start going downhill. You'll see. Actually, they don't. I Scald and I don't get a burn. Giga Drain's going to break my sub. And sorry if I spoiled anything with everything going downhill. He Giga Drains my Mawile. He's back at full. I now need damage off, so I knock off, stop him from getting Black Sludge recovery. He's going to Strength Sap and get back to full, which sucks. But I got rid of his Black Sludge, which is nice. Sorry for that popping up. Iron Head's not going to do much to the Suicune, but Suicune gives me Keldeo, which is always nice. As long as he doesn't burn me here, we are good. So, now, he switches. I set up a Calm Mind. I guarantee live a Giga Drain from this range. So, set up another Calm Mind. He Sludge Bombs. Doesn't do much to me. I guarantee if I get to +3 here. So, hold on. I will go back a turn. So, I am now at +2/+2. He Giga Drained, or he Sludge Bombed. So, here I outspeed him, get to +3. +3/+3. He guaranteed does not kill me. He does a max of 25% because he is uninvested, and I ran that calc 50 times. Not that many, but enough to be sure that he was 0 investment in special attack. He never killed me. So he never kills me here. I get to +3, and I'm able to do a little over 50% with a Sacred Sword, which is enough to put him in range of Mawile, and Mawile comes in and wins this match. So Calm Mind, and he crits me, and I lose to Vileplume. So I go into Mega, predict that, I guess. Giga Drain. I'm stalled out by a Suicune. So I'm frustrated because the Vileplume would have been below 50%. It would have been in range of an Iron Head from my Mawile. My Mawile outsped it 100% of the time. He had no speed investment. We traded sets after. If it sounds like I'm salty, it's because I am. Because now the Suicune goes down. Mawile comes out. He protects. If I had sub, it would have been different. If I had Sword Stance, maybe it would have been different. If I didn't have Sword Stance, he crits me with that Scald. Didn't matter. Only thing that would have mattered was a burn there, which he didn't get. Play rough, and here I have to go for Iron Head Flinch. He Effect Spore, paralyzes me. Strength Sap, he's going to get back to full. But it's the game we play. Since I was at +2, I probably should have just attacked. He would have killed me with that Giga Drain if I didn't get to +3, but +3 guaranteed that I took out the Vileplume with the Iron Head. And if he switched into Suicune, I just would have had to risk a Scald Burn, and I would have killed it with a Play Rough since he was max Spadef. But it's the game we play. It is what it is. There's not much that we can do about it, except move on to next week. And hopefully next week we can rebound. Since it was so close, it is just a 1-0 loss. So we start out 0-1. 0-1, -1 differential. Not the biggest of deals. Yes, it sucks that we didn't get the win, but it's okay because we can come back and we can do very well. I think we have a very, very, very good team to take this league on. So hopefully you'll join me next week. Hopefully you'll leave a like. Hopefully you'll subscribe. Hopefully you like my content. If you don't, let me know. If you like it, let me know. Whatever you want. But thank you very much for joining me in this match. Great game to Lunar. I hope you do very well the rest of the season. I hope we can play again in the playoffs. So, thank you very much, and have a great day.